Hey everyone, so this blog post is going to be about Chuck Schuldiner. If you didn't know, Death is my favorite band. Death is the band that got me into death metal, probably one of the main reasons why I became a death metal journalist. And today, as I'm recording this, it's December 12th, 2013. And any death metal fan knows that it was on December 13th that Chuck Schuldiner passed away. And I was on Facebook and I saw that Eric Grafe posted something on Facebook that said rather than remember Chuck's death, we should remember Chuck's life. And that's what this video blog is going to be about. Just me personally talking about what death has, pretty much how they influenced me, why I love their music, why I got this tattoo on my thigh. I'm personally, there we go. It's holding an iPhone. Not sure if you got that on the whole thing. I was like kind of like, eh. But anyway, and that's pretty much just, I'm just going to be talking about death for a little while. And I know that tomorrow I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I'm going to say, I know I'm going to be writing a rest in peace post for Chuck, but before I do that, I just want to share how his music has influenced me, especially from someone who discovered his band 7 years after his death, like give or take that long. So yeah, but what I find amazing is the fact that, I mean, it's just his legacy has influenced so many people to the point where I'm 21 years old. He recorded, like, I'm gonna say, 3 of his albums for Death were recorded before I was born. I was born in 1992. That was when Human was recorded, actually. But anyway, so yeah. And the fact that I'm still listening to his music to this day, still influenced by just about every Death album, Control Denied, all of that is, I mean, it's mind-blowing that music can do that to somebody. And I know there's more people that are in the same, or feel the same way, whether they're as young as I am, or whether they have worked or toured alongside Chuck. It's still, I mean, I don't want to speak for those people because they got to know Chuck on a personal level. I unfortunately never did. I unfortunately never interviewed him, though I would have loved to interview him, but anyway. So, I was going to talk about, I guess, how I discovered Death and why it is I'm still listening to them. Pretty much, I was like 15, 16 years old when I discovered Death. I was just kind of getting into death metal or heavier music because I listened to like Pantera, like Slipknot. I mean, I know those are completely two different bands, but just kind of the more generic metal. And I just had a friend just show them to me one day, and I'm like, okay, cool, I'm gonna listen to this band. I'm like, holy shit, this is amazing, because what got me, influenced by Death and death metal in its entirety was the fact that it is such a complex style of playing, but it's still catchy enough to where there's melody, to where there's rhythm, and the fact that somebody can not only write music but play music like that just blew my mind. And that's probably why to this day I'm still listening to Death, because it's still so amazing to me. And like, you know, Atheist, Cynic, other bands who came up from around that time who can play in that style, who could mix completely different other genres of music such as jazz and incorporate them into the heavy and the vigorous and the guttural sound of death metal. I didn't know that was even possible at that age, and that's still to this day why I am a death metal fan, because it's just amazing. And I know that not all of Death's music was written in that form. I'm still a huge fan of Scream Bloody Gore, as you can tell. I'm going to show you again. There it is, right here, Scream Bloody Gore. Fucking love this tattoo. And, I mean, Scream Bloody Gore is actually my favorite Death album, and it's their first one, and I know this is debated by everybody in death metal. I feel Death was the band that started death metal. I still even debate this with myself. I do feel that Possessed introduced the concept, but Death perfected it. That's me. So you can think of that however way. I mean, I know I'm 21 years old and I wasn't around, but that's how I feel. Anyway, so, what was I am so bad at these stupid blogs. I don't even know what I was. Oh yeah, just my whole, how death influenced me. So, and that's like just going on to the first time I listened to Death and just how amazed I was by their music, and that's kind of how or why I started being a death metal fan. And so now just, I guess, talking about more so why it is now that I love them. Pretty much said that, but comparing Death to other bands, it's the fact that they went outside of the box and really, like, Chuck was just such an inventive musician. It's the fact that, you know, as far as death metal goes, it was more so the guttural, thrashy sound of, like, Scream Bloody Gore, you know? But the fact that he really took it to the next level, which still is something rare that you can find in any sort of art form, especially today with metal. And it's the fact that it's that concept or that aspect that really still allows me to be influenced by Death and to just listen to their music all the time. And I don't want to sound like one of those typical like closed-minded metal fans, like, no band to this day is as good as Death, but because there are so many amazing bands, and you see me promoting bands all the time, but it's just the fact that, you know, when you just found that band that just influences you pretty much every single day, especially in my case, you know, right there. So it's still, I mean, like I said, or what this whole blog post is about, every single day I'm pretty much listen to Death every day, if not every day, every other day. It's pretty goddamn frequently I listen to them. And, you know, when I look back, you know, I don't look back as, you know, Chuck died. You know, I look at the fact that he almost immortalized himself. Yeah, he's not here physically, but his spirit and what he created with music is immortal, and it will always be immortal in death metal. And the fact that, you know, me and other people my age or in my age group aren't listening to the crap on the radio. No, we're listening to underground death metal, and that is what this whole thing is about. That's why Death to this day influences me, and that's why I have this on me. And another proof that I just don't think of Death once a year. No, I look at this tattoo every single day of my life and think how much I love this album. Well, not only that, but just how amazing this tattoo is. As you can see, he did a great job. By the way, this is done by Ralph Diaz of Miss Heidi's Tattoo in Orlando, Florida. So you should check him out, because honestly, that tattoo came out better than what I imagined, because there's so much detail in the album cover. I hope you're able to see all of that, because I was kind of holding my phone like, yeah, you know, but, and the fact that he was able to bring out all the detail and that, I guess, small, well, it's not small, but in that, I mean, it's small for all the detail that's on it, and the fact that he was able to create that and just make it perfect, just, so, as you can tell, I'm going to him from now on for everything, and I advise everybody else in the Orlando or Tampa area too, as well. And it's also not completely finished yet. I still have the brick structure in the background and the little skeletons on the one side. I mean, I can try and, nah, I'm not, you won't be able to see it because I won't be able to get into the right picture like that with my phone, but yeah, so pretty much, I just hope that I successfully talked about how death has influenced me and why every day they influence me, why they influenced me to become a death metal fan, a death metal journalist, why I continue to promote bands, to really try and keep the music industry alive with what I'm doing, and yeah, why it is I love their music, why it is I love death metal in general. So yeah, so I hope all other death fans and death metal fans feel the same way. Yeah, so thank you.